like the purest form of motivation of like who I am is sometimes when I'm running up a mountain and it's really fucking hard and there's no reason why I'm doing this really except that it's hard. And it's like, it's because I'm squeezing every moment of life out of life.
My question was actually related to, I think Seneca talks about this, or it's a Stoic sort of thing, is living each day or even to like the degree of each hour as if it was your last. Like just having the mentality that what's coming up doesn't matter. You just need to be focused on and enjoying the moment itself. And even if I like to think about it, if this was my last hour that's going to define my life, obviously I'm going to work like a tremendous amount. Like I'm going to be super focused and just really ensure this, not a second is wasted. So conceptually, I understand the principle, but how do you then go ahead and actually action it where I'm literally taking each hour each day and being like, okay, this is so valuable and I can't waste any of it?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was reading the beginning of Seneca's Shortness of Life every single day in order to really internalize that. It worked for some period of time, but still sometimes I feel myself lacking in that area. I think it's something that we're just always going to struggle with. We just have to meditate on that idea that this is a gift. We have a limited amount of time on this planet. I saw actually in the Well That Everyone's Dry group, one of the guys there, he sent me a video for his daily planner stuff. And he had an Excel spreadsheet as part of his daily planner. And in that, it had also like these blocks that was like his life expectancy. He put 69 years old for some reason. And it showed, he had these little blocks that were showing every week of the year. And it showed how many weeks he had left. Those weeks are filling up fast and there's not that many weeks left. I think things like that can be a reminder of the time that we have. And again, I think a lot of it does come down to that identity too. If we try to focus too much on the tactical, on really saying, I have to make the most of every moment, it's almost forcing it. But if our identity is, this is who I am, I'm a fucking badass, and so I do these things, then naturally we're doing those things and we're naturally pushing ourselves in those directions. I don't know. Sometimes I think of it like some of the purest form of motivation of who I am is sometimes when I'm running up a mountain and it's really fucking hard and there's no reason why I'm doing this really except that it's hard. And it's because I'm squeezing every moment of life out of life. I'm putting everything into this. It doesn't really matter if I make it up that hill, but it does to me. It's not really going to matter for my training. I'm not even really training for anything at this point, but just to train. I think that's the purest form of it. And so that's why I think it also does help to do physically hard things. Then we don't have the ability to bring our rational brain into it and to mess it up. We're just acting from that purity of pushing ourselves to that limit. And there's something about that is actually us getting every ounce of life. Then I really feel it. So having those moments, I think, helps to do it. But it is a constant struggle. I think every Stoic struggled with this idea of like, this is the reality, is that every day you are getting one step closer to death. You are slowly dying. You need to live your life as if this is your last moment and put it all in and not waste any moment of it, because that is really the thing that is most valuable to you. But it is very difficult and you have to constantly remind yourself and constantly live that.
The weeks was a good idea. Do you have any other systems, or even like reading on the Shortness of Life daily, but anything else that you incorporate to continuously remind yourself of that or recenter yourself when you get off track?
I would say that the closest thing that I could describe to it is having things that pull you forward, because the reality of the situation is this. I think that if you had the expectation that you're going to live your life like this was your last moment all the time and put your full effort into everything, I think it's an unrealistic one, because the spectrum of humanity is that you have times when you're down, when you're in the pits, when you're not motivated. But what makes you champion is pushing through those moments and continuing forward. And the way that we do that is by having something that pulls us forward into that future that we want to have. And so I think that's more powerful is, yeah, we want to keep this in mind as much as we can, but that's why I like to use quotas. That's why I like to make things life or death, is because that pulls me forward no matter what. And even though my mental state isn't the one that it needs to be, it still looks like it is, because I'm still accomplishing the things. I'm still making the things happen. So I think that's the closest I could give you to it.
Got it. I appreciate that. It's helpful. So the identity and continuous reminders is the two key things.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks.
If you feel like you're wasting your life right now and you enjoyed that clip, I've got something for you you've got to check out, which is the Bulldog Mindset membership. What you saw in that clip was an excerpt from the live streams that we do every single month in the Bulldog Mindset membership. If you're a member, you get access to this live stream and you can jump on there and ask me a question. I spend a lot of time creating in-depth answers to every question that gets answered, that gets asked in there. And it is a great opportunity to get coaching directly from me. If you join as a platinum member, you will get lifetime membership as well as group coaching that we have every single month for life. That is one of the best offers that I have ever seen in the personal development space. And trust me, the content in there is superior content. If you like what you're seeing on this YouTube channel, you definitely need to become a Bulldog Mindset member. Click the link down below and you can join for just $7.